You have to love yourself at 0 to get to 1,000,000. Stop acting like you don't want to have money. God is not going to love you more if you're in poverty, sitting on the side of the street begging for money. It is your birthright to be wildly successful. You don't hate money. You probably just hate that you don't have enough money. We don't hate the rich. We hate that we're not rich. Everybody doesn't want to go on vacation. Everybody doesn't want... Yes, you do. And the only reason why people demonize being rich or getting rich is because they hate the things they think they have to do for money. When you become incredibly rich, that is an act of self-love. You can love on the people that are important to you in ways that you could never do without the money. You're not ugly, you just aren't rich. Let's stop pretending that we don't want to be wealthy. Let's stop pretending that we're okay in mediocrity. We need wealthy, awakened women to change the planet. Stop being afraid of money. We need you to become wildly, successfully rich. Hi guys, it's Nija. Welcome back to my channel. I help awakened women create their dream life through manifestation techniques. Today, I received a downloaded message that we're going to talk about. And the download I received was, becoming rich is an act of self-love. So you guys know we've been on this self-obsession series, the self-love series, and the guys wanted me to talk about how becoming rich is an act of self-love. Now, this topic might trigger a lot of people, but I want to be very clear in saying this. There is nothing pious about being poor. There is nothing righteous about having no money. Okay? Living in scarcity, living in poverty is a bad thing. Okay? So for those of you guys who are like, oh, but the Bible says it's easier for a rich man to go through a pinhole than to enter the kingdom of heaven, or whatever the words are said, let me tell you this now. When you don't have the money that you need to do things, you become more desperate. People who are willing to rob, kill, steal, and cheat for money, that is because they are in scarcity. So understand that there is nothing righteous or pious about not having money. In fact, you can do more good for the planet when you have money than when you don't have money. For people who are gonna watch this message and be like, well, everyone doesn't want to be rich. Everyone doesn't want to be wealthy. Everyone doesn't want money. Some people don't like money. Some people don't care about money. If you are on the planet Earth, and I'm assuming you are because you're watching this video, and I'm on Earth, but then again, you know, maybe the aliens like to watch what we got going on here. But if you are a human being on Earth, you have to have money to live here, to exist here. I know, it sucks. I used to really hate and grapple with this idea, right? I hate being in the matrix. I hate money. I hate having to work for money. Guess what? That's not going to change. You're not going to get zapped up into the heavens today. And therefore, you have to know how to make money, and you have to know how to support yourself. And the fact is, you don't hate money. You probably just hate that you don't have enough money. Or you probably hate when you have to do things that you don't enjoy for money. So the money is not your problem. In fact, I bet you if somebody offered you $100,000 right now, you'd be very excited. And money would be your best friend, right? So money is not the issue. We need to stop acting like we don't want money. If you live on Earth, you do want money. Because don't you want to pay your rent? Don't you want to have a roof over your head? Don't you want to put food in your children's tummies? You do. So money is not the issue here, right? The issue is the things that we have to do for money, or the things that we think we have to do for money, is what makes us dislike money. We hate that we have to go to this job for 12 hours a day or however long. You hate that you feel like you're wasting your life chasing the dollar, chasing the dollar, chasing the dollar. That does not have to be your reality. shameless plug, you guys check out my ebook Drip. It stands for Dream Revenue is Possible, and we talk all about how to create money doing what you love. I will leave the link down below. Get the ebook if you're sick of going to a job that you hate or doing things that you hate for money. Okay, we talk about this because I don't believe that people are supposed to be miserable going to jobs they hate and doing things they hate for money. Yes, you are always going to need money for as long as you exist here on the planet Earth, unless the humans raise to a new level of consciousness and we find a way to get all of our needs met without money. We are not there yet, so we must live in reality, as delusional as we like to be. You guys know I'm all about the delusional living, okay? There is nothing self-righteous about living in scarcity. You can do more good in the world when you become incredibly rich, incredibly wealthy. So don't go in my comment section and tell me everybody doesn't want to be rich. Everybody doesn't want to. Do you want to at least pay your bills the bare minimum? And if you are an elite woman, do not say yes to that question, because we are not going for bare minimum life. We're going for dream life. Okay, what is dream life? Dream life includes dream money. Dream life is the dream house, the dream car, the dream relationship, the dream friendship, dream vacations. You get to have it all. Stop thinking that everybody doesn't want to go on vacation. Everybody doesn't want. Yes, you do. You just hate the fact that you think you have to do things that you hate to get money. Becoming incredibly rich is an act of self-love. I want you to answer this question. Do you think that the richest people in the world love themselves? I would have to beg that they do. And this is why I have this understanding. The richest people in the world, what kind of food are they eating? Are they eating salmon and filet mignon, or are they eating the dollar menu at McDonald's? They're eating the best food that they can buy. Why? Because they love themselves. They know that when they feed themselves the best, they're going to get the best out of their performance, out of their life. They're going to be able to be the most productive because they feed themselves the best things. The most wealthy people, do they exercise their body? Probably. Why? Because it's good for their mental health. It's good for their productivity. It's good for their body. Right? They're trying to keep their body in the best shape as possible so they can live as long as possible, so they can continue to make more money. The richest people in the world, do you think they're sending their children to public school, or are they sending their children to private school to get the best education? They're sending their kids to private school. A lot of us like to demonize these rich and wealthy people, but the truth is we want to be like them. We want to be like them, we want to live like them, we want to be experiencing what they're experiencing. And the only reason why people demonize being rich or getting rich is because they hate the things they think they have to do for money. You think you have to pimp yourself out if you're a female or feminine woman to be extremely wealthy. You don't have to do that. You think you have to become a doctor or a lawyer because your parents said that's the only way you're going to make a lot of money. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do things you hate for money. Again, get my ebook Drip. We talk about it. You don't hate being rich. You don't despise being rich. You know, when they're like, eat the rich. The only reason why they want to eat the rich is because maybe an ounce of that intelligence or whatever resides in the rich might rub off on you if you ingest them. I don't know. I'm like being funny with that statement. But we don't hate the rich. We hate that we're not rich. You don't hate the rich. You hate that you're not rich. And that's okay. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. Becoming incredibly rich is an act of self-love. Becoming incredibly wealthy is an act of self-love. Because when you become wildly rich, incredibly wealthy, you can give yourself the things you've always wanted. You guys know, I don't know if you've seen the meme. It's like, you're not ugly, you just aren't rich. Because look at all the wealthy people. Look at all the wealthy women, all the wealthy celebrities before they were rich and after they're rich. Look at Kim Kardashian. Look at Kylie Jenner when she was a little kid. Look at all the people who were ever before they were rich and then after they're rich. Don't they look so much better? I saw a post of Doja Cat before she got rich and after she got rich. The glow up is real. If you're trying to glow up, you need to become wildly rich and wildly successful. Why? Because you can buy the things you need to give yourself exactly what you want. You can buy the best foods when you're incredibly wealthy. You can put your kids in the best school when you're incredibly wealthy. You can live in the best places when you're incredibly wealthy. Some of you guys live in the ghetto. You live in impoverished communities. It's not even safe for you to walk outside your front door. Being wealthy buys you protection. Being wealthy buys you health. Being wealthy buys you beauty. Look at all the women who look how they looked before they had money and after they had money. They're buying the best wigs and weaves, or they're going to the hairstylist and getting their hair professionally done, right? They're getting their nails done, their eyelashes, they're doing skin treatments. I remember I had a coaching call with one of my elite women and her face was all like red. And I was like, girl, what happened to your face? What is up? And she was like, oh, I just did a plasma skin treatment. It was pretty expensive, but it's so worth it. This girl spent, I don't even know how much she spent, $800 to $1,000 to do a blood plasma skincare treatment, sitting here on the Zoom call with her face looking all moist and glossy. She is an elite woman. She can afford to invest crap tons of money in her skin and her health and her wellness. I'm like, ooh, I'm trying to be like her. When you become incredibly rich, that is an act of self-love. You get to nurture yourself, love on yourself in ways you could never do if you didn't have the money. You can love on the people that are important to you in ways that you could never do without the money. So let's stop acting like we don't want to become incredibly rich or incredibly wealthy. And for a lot of us, we're afraid of the work that is involved in becoming incredibly rich and incredibly wealthy. It doesn't have to be that hard. You can hire people to help you. But let's stop pretending that we don't want to be wealthy. Let's stop pretending that we're okay in mediocrity. Let's stop pretending that we're okay driving this car when our soul wants to be in that car. Let's stop pretending. You're lying to yourself. If you say you do not want to be wealthy, you're lying to yourself, okay? And you might want to, like shave your hair, join an ashram in India and just become a monk for the rest of your life. But guess what? You can do more good in the world when you become wealthy. We need more conscious and awakened spiritual people to become wildly wealthy. Why? Because we are going to be the ones who do good things with our money and change the world in the best way possible. If you are an awakened woman, a spiritually aware woman, if you're a woman who's doing your inner work to be your best self, to love on your community, we need you to become incredibly wealthy. Stop acting like you don't want to be rich. Stop acting like you don't want to have money. God is not going to love you more if you're in poverty, sitting on the side of the street begging for money. No. It is your birthright to be wildly successful. It is your birthright to be wildly rich. Okay? Nothing is stopping you but you. The mindset that it's going to be hard. The mindset that you're going to turn into a bad person. I was on a coaching call with a woman yesterday, and she said that she had a fear of making money or of getting a lot of money. And I said, why do you feel that way? And she said, because in my family, whenever somebody gets really wealthy or makes a lot of money, they become a bad person. And I said, that's not true. They were already a bad person and the money highlighted who they truly were. Okay? Money doesn't make people bad. Money amplifies what is already there. It is in your best interest to do your inner work to be the best version of yourself possible, so that when you attract buckets and buckets of money, you make the world a better place because of it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys and tell you I don't want to be rich. I would never lie to you guys and say I don't want to be wealthy. But guess what? I'm an awakened woman who does my inner work. I love people. I love humanity. I want the best for myself, for my family, for my community. The world will become a better place because I make more money. That is how you need to feel, okay? Think about Mr. Beast. Wildly successful YouTuber, makes millions and millions and millions of dollars on autopilot. Do you know what he is doing with all of his wealth? He is building communities. He is putting water systems in Africa. He is building homes in South America. He is feeding communities. He's building hospitals. He's opening charities. He is making the world a better place because he has become wildly wealthy. We need more good people to become wildly wealthy so that this world can be a better place. You are doing the world a disservice if you are saying that you don't want to become wealthy. When you're a good person on the inside, you're doing the world a disservice. If you are an awakened woman, if you are a good person, if you do your inner work, you need to become wildly wealthy because the world is waiting for you. The world is waiting for you to do big and massive, incredible things. We need wealthy women who love people, to feed communities, to end poverty, to end homelessness, okay? To stop children from being hungry, to end urban communities destroying each other with gang violence. We need wealthy, awakened women to change the planet. Stop being afraid of money. We need you to become wildly, successfully rich. So stop acting like you don't want to be rich. Stop acting like God's gonna love you more because you're broke and impoverished. Okay? If you are broke, you are not acting in self-love. No shade, no tea. You cannot say that you deeply love yourself, that you're deeply obsessed with yourself, and you do not want money. How are you going to take care of yourself without money? Oh, you just want a man to take care of you? He needs money too. So guess what? You need to have some money. And not only do you need to have some money, you need to know how to make money doing what you love, because when you learn how to make money doing what you love, it is sustainable. You can do it. You wake up every day energized because you love what you do, and you can do it, and it's easy. When I wake up in the morning, I'm like, yes, I get to record a YouTube video today. Yes, I get to work on my business today. Yes, I get to work on my brand today. It gives me energy. I can do this for days on end, years on end. I can do this because I love what I do, and I'm going to be highly compensated for the value that I offer. Okay? Becoming rich is an act of self-love. You are going to be able to love yourself so much harder when you have the resources that you need. And this is not to say that you can't love yourself without money. No, you must love yourself even at zero. You must love yourself even at broke. And that love that you have for yourself at broke is what takes you to millionaire status, is what takes you to billionaire status. You have to love yourself at zero to get to $1 million. Because if you don't love yourself at zero, you have no fuel or motivation or energy to make more. When you love yourself at zero, that is the motivation that you need to keep working to get the money that you need. So even if you currently have no money right now, you loving yourself, you believing you are incredibly worthy of the money that you ask for, that is the energy required to make you rich, to make you wealthy. Being rich is an act of self-love. You will be able to love yourself harder, love your family harder, and please do not misconstrue what I'm saying, because you guys like to be all self-righteous and holy in the comments, talking about, this is demonic, this is evil. You know what's evil and demonic? Poverty. I'm disgusted by poverty. Poverty makes me sick. You know why? Because people still kill and destroy because of poverty. Okay? And I'm not demonizing people who don't have money, but when you cultivate a certain level of self-love, self-devotion, you are willing to do whatever it takes to put yourself in a good position. That is what self-love is. So, I hope I have made my point. Become wildly rich, become wildly wealthy, become wildly successful, because that is an act of self-love. And yes, you can love yourself without having money, but guess what? You're gonna love yourself even more when you're rich. You're gonna love yourself even more when you have the bag. You're gonna love yourself even more. Like, I already know, I love my wealthy version. I love what she does in the world. I love what she does for her community. I love what she does for her family. Life gets better when you have money. Let's stop pretending that that is not the truth. You don't get brownie points from society because you choose to live in a gutter. No. You can do more good when you have money. I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening to this video. Check my links down below if you want to work one-on-one with me. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.